Hi everyone, welcome back to Arpita Sharma classes and welcome back to Essay Bana Easy batch. Today we are starting with day 2 and I told you that on day 2 we are going to discuss two essays. Okay, so essay number 1 today that we are going to discuss is what gets measured gets managed. Now, in one reading, this title seems to be very complex. What gets measured gets managed. But if you again read it, when you read it twice, you will understand the meaning behind this particular title. The basic meaning you have to first understand. If you understand the meaning, then you can write, right? You can form your thoughts, you can form your opinion. So first, let's understand the meaning. What gets measured gets managed. If you can measure something, you know how to manage it, right? For example, if you can measure what kind of efforts you need to put in your studies, you can manage it. If you don't know how much effort this exam requires, you will not be in a position to manage your exam, manage your syllabus. If you can measure the syllabus also, then also you can manage to complete it in time. Another example can be, if you can measure the speed of the car through the speedometer, then you can manage the speed of your vehicle. If you have the speedometer, with the help of which you can measure the speed of your car, then you will be in a position to manage the speed of your vehicle, right? This is another example. If the COVID-19 cases can be tracked or measured, then you can manage the cases and the population can survive COVID. So there are different examples through which you can write an essay on this topic. There are so many examples. Examples from COVID-19 cases, example related to, earthquakes or speed of a vehicle, example related to your own exam. So in this essay, basically you have to justify how measurement plays a very important role in every sphere. This is the first thing that you have to explain through this essay. How measurement plays a vital role in every sphere. The second thing through the title of the essay we can think about is measuring enough? If you have seen the syllabus of UPSC, is that enough to clear this exam? If you know the speed of a vehicle through the speedometer, is that enough to manage the speed? If you have measured the number of COVID-19 cases, in the country, is that enough to manage the situation of COVID? So second question that we are going to, explain in this essay will be, is measuring enough or is there anything that plays a role in measuring? So just going through the speed in the speedometer or going through the syllabus of UPSC, is that enough or there is something else that plays a very important role in measuring, that with the help of which you can manage things? And the third aspect of this essay is, what is the role of management? Once you have measured, now what is the role of management? How through management you can accomplish your goals or you can manage things that you have measured. Management का क्या role होता है इस पूरे situation में? आपने कोई चीज आपको पता है कि ऐसे है, अब मैनेजमेंट का क्या रोल होगा उस चीज को accomplish करने के लिए? So these are the three aspects of the essay that you have to understand. How you have to frame the body of the essay by going through these three aspects. Now you must be wondering, ma'am, how did you arrive at these three important, pillars of this essay? It was simple, by rereading the title of the essay and thinking about it. यहाँ पर I invested 5 minutes to think about the meaning, real interpretation of the essay. You have to think with a calm mind. If you are anxious, if you are scared, if you are confused, then you will never be in a position to arrive at an interpretation. So whenever you pick a topic in the essay paper, think for 5 minutes, read and reread the topic. The topic is what gets measured gets managed. That means whatever you can measure, you can manage. So that means first aspect of the essay is measurement is a very important part of our life. If you do not know, the syllabus of UPSC, or if you do not know the number of COVID-19 cases or the number of monkeypox cases in the nation, then how will be you in a position to complete your syllabus of UPSC or to manage those cases in the nation? अगर आपको पता ही नहीं है कि कोविड-19 के देश भर में कितने केस आ रहे हैं, तो आप किस प्रकार से अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी बनाओगे मैनेज करने के लिए? मेजरमेंट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मेकिंग अ स्ट्रैटेजी, right? It is important through which you can make strategy and then you can manage actually. So as an administrator, first you go through the measurement. If COVID-19 is going on and you are an IAS officer, how you are going to make a strategy to control the COVID-19 cases in your district? First, by going through the reports, how many people have been infected, how many people have died, how many people are still in a critical situation. You will get the reports through different departments and officers. Then you will, according to the report and numbers, you will frame a strategy. You will also ask for reports from the hospital. How many beds are required? How many beds are vacant? How many beds are not vacant? What does the hospital requires? Accordingly, you will frame orders and plans and strategies, right? So, measurement is very important aspect of your life. Second important aspect that I, arrived at, the second important interpretation that I arrived at is measurement alone is enough? If you are an IAS officer, if there are cases going on in your district, by just going through the reports that these many people are infected, these many people have died, or these many people are on ICU, is that enough? The report is enough? Or there is anything that you need to do in order to be a better manager or better administrator? Only reports are not enough, right? And third important question that came into my mind is, what is the actual role of management over here? If we are saying what gets measured gets managed, what is management? What gets managed? How it is managed? कैसे होता है भैया manage? How measurement is used in managing? So these are the three questions that will come automatically in your head when you are calmly rereading the topic. So give yourself 5 minutes. Any topic that you come across, give yourself 5 minutes. Deeply interpret that topic. Deeply think about it. Deeply contemplate on that topic. And only then you will start getting your answers. Everything is there in your head. What you require is a calm mind. सब कुछ आपके दिमाग में है, सारे आंसर्स आपके दिमाग में है, सारे थॉट्स, सारे फिलोसफिकल थॉट्स, सोशल थॉट्स, सब है आपके दिमाग में. बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है, वो क्लाउडेड हो जाते हैं आपके एंजाइटी से. तो यू हैव टू काम योर सेल्फ. द फर्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट step in the essay writing strategy. Now, once we have arrived at these three questions, now we can start framing our first step, introduction. I told you in the first lecture, first step is always introduction. So now we can frame our introduction. I told you in the last lecture that introduction can be started by a quotation or by a question or by any important anecdote, personal anecdote or anecdote, imaginative or imaginary anecdote or story or anecdote from any leader's life. You can start with any of these. So I would here start this particular essay with a question, because when we start the essays with a question, that helps us to engage the examiner towards our essay. जब हम question से start करते हैं ना, he'll read the question, then he'll try to find out the answer. Okay, so he'll get engaged with your essay, and that is the best strategy. So in the introduction, we have started with a question. Can anyone manage his or her car speed if there is no speedometer? Now the purpose of the introduction is, first you have to justify the statement. What gets measured gets managed. You agree with it? Now justify. So start with your introduction in such a manner that you are showing to the examiner that yes, we have understood this statement properly, the title of the essay properly, and now we can justify it. So I am starting with a question. Can anyone manage his or her car speed if there is no speedometer? Can anyone be able to track his or her weight loss journey if he or she didn't measure his or her initial weight? Can you manage your weight without measuring the amount of calories that you are taking in daily? Now the examiner is hooked up to this question. Now he is going to read further to find the answer. The answer is, thus, from the above, it can be said that measurement is the first step to improve and hence manage anything. So we have finally justified the statement. Now we are going to give our interpretation on it. अभी हमने statement justify कर दी, अब हम इसके ऊपर अपना interpretation देंगे. ठीक है, point clear? And the important lines or important keywords can be underlined also. आप अपने ऐसे में important keywords या important statements को underline भी कर सकते हैं, but make sure that you are not underlining each and everything. Only the important and very specific keywords or key statements have to be underlined. So, are you happy with this introduction? Do you think that this introduction is engaging enough? आपको लगता है कि एग्जामिनर्स इस ऐसे को अब फर्दर पढ़ेगा, ठीक है, नाउ there is a very great responsibility on our shoulders that we have to engage the examiner till the very end. अब हमने एक बार उसका attention grab कर लिया, अब we have to maintain an interlinkage in the paragraph so that he reads it till the very end. हमें उसका attention end तक चाहिए, जहां उसका attention बीच से हटा वहीं हमारे नंबर कटे, ठीक है. If his attention gets distorted in the mid of the essay, then consider that the marks you are losing, you are going to lose out on the marks. So we have to make sure that we maintain a flow in the paragraphs of the essay. Now you will start with explaining what is measurement. You will explain what is the actual meaning or interpretation of this term called measurement. What is measurement? When you quantify something, that is measurement. आप जब किसी object या किसी event के attributes या characteristics को quantify करते हो, numbers में लेकर आते हो, वो measurement हो जाता है. And through that you can compare. For example, if you are measuring your initial weight and now after 1 month you are measuring your weight, so these two measurements that you have taken, that is going to help you in comparing how much weight you have lost, how much weight you have gained, and accordingly you can plan your further strategy on losing weight or gaining weight. अगर आप weight loss journey पर चल रहे हो तो आप measurement के through initial weight and last weight के measurement के through comparison कर सकते हो कितना घटाया और उसके according आगे की strategy बना सकते हो. So that is measurement. Now after defining measurement you will give an example. ठीक है, always remember your examples should be after explanation. Students in the first essay did this mistake. First they were writing only explanations. They were not writing interpretation of the topic. They were just giving one after the other explanations only, and that is why they lost marks. Make sure that whenever you want to give example, first give your interpretation and then give the example. Use example as a support, not as the main body of the essay. First give your interpretation and then give examples to support that interpretation. So here you will give an example. Then you will explain what is management. These two terms, if they are explained, then you can frame your entire body of the essay. In the introduction, we are explaining the two important terms which have been involved in the essay topic. So management, what is it? Process of planning and organizing the resources to achieve your goal. You can give examples also. All right. Now when you have explained through the question, you have started your essay, you have explained the meanings of measurement and management. Now you will link the two paragraphs together and you will prove that why measurement is required in management. Measurement is the prerequisite for planning and managing anything, because without measurement you will not be able to establish goals and establish the further journey to overcome your shortcomings, right? And then again you will support it with an example. तो यहाँ पर हमने 3 एग्जाम्पल्स दे दिए with 3 interpretations. Now we will start the body of the essay. In the body of the essay, जब हम body की बात करते हैं ऐसे कि now please do not copy it as it is. This is my essay, okay? You have to write your own essay. ये तो मेरा essay हो गया, आप अपना essay खुद का लिखोगे, तो इसमें से कुछ भी copied pasted नहीं होना चाहिए. Yes, I want your interpretation. I'm telling you the rough structure. I'm giving you a rough idea of starting your essay, but the interpretation should be yours only. Okay, आपका खुद का क्या आपने सोचा समझा वो लिखना है. I'm just giving you a rough structure. So first I can start with, first I told you in the last lecture, para 1 हम बनाएंगे यहाँ पर, ठीक है. para 1 I will start with, let's say, environmental domain. Okay, मैं यहाँ पर environmental domain से start करूंगी अपने ऐसे को. I told you the key components in the last lecture. I have shared the PDF also with all of you, with those students who have been enrolled in this batch. They have the PDF. So we talked about the key components. One of them was environment. So we will start with environmental domain. Now, if you do not measure climate change, how will you manage it? If you do not compare temperature difference or the rate of melting of glaciers or depletion of ozone layer, how will you manage it? How will you carry out your Paris agreements if you do not have the data, if you haven't measured the pattern of monsoon, increasing cyclones, etc.? Then how will you plan a strategy to manage them? So in the environmental domain also measurement and management is required, and without measurement you cannot manage. I will give examples also. ठीक है, environmental domain के मैं यहाँ पर कम से कम 4 points इसके बारे में लिखूंगी. Then I'll give example after writing the 4 points. Then I'll go to para number 2. Always remember, you have to maintain the flow in the paragraphs. Okay. Then I'll come to from environmental, because we know environment and politics are joined together. because on environment also there are politics which is going on. The governments of the different nations globally they are engaged together on environmental domain also. So I'll start with the political sphere now. I'll start with the second paragraph will be towards linking the political sphere. Now we know that there are many parameters in the political sphere also. For example, measuring the military power, development levels, growth of economy, inflation, corruption levels, freedom, liberty, equality. If you want to manage the country properly, you have to measure all these domains. Only then you can measure the power of any nation. So write it down, you will forget. ठीक है, यहाँ पर लिख लो फटाफट से. In political spheres, parameters like power, like military, ठीक है, power of navy लिख सकते हो आप इधर, military power, then development levels, DL means development levels, corruption level, CL, okay, freedom, liberty. You need to measure all these parameters for measuring knowing the actual power of a nation. किसी भी नेशन की पावर जाननी है तो ये सारे पैरामीटर्स को मेजर करना पड़ेगा. You have to measure all these parameters in order to understand the power of a nation. And then when you understand and measure the power of the nation, you can accordingly manage the different industries or sectors of the nation, whether it's economic sector, military sector, etc. Right? So if you want to maintain good international relations and you want to maintain a stability in the economy of a nation, you have to measure all these parameters. So political sphere maybe measurement is required for management. And don't forget to give examples, okay? Now para 3. In para 3 I'll talk about the social aspect of this essay. The social sphere, or you can say social aspect. So you will start by writing similarly, because you have to maintain a flow and interlinkage na. So you will write similarly in the social aspect also. Only measuring changes in attitude, behavior, nature, actions can help in analyzing the reaction of society in any situation. इन सोशल स्पेयर में भी अगर आप एटीट्यूड, लोगों का बिहेवियर, नेचर, एक्शन इसको मेजर करते हो, इसमें जो चेंजेस आ रहे हैं उसको मेजर करते हो, तभी आप सोसाइटी का रिएक्शन समझ पाओगे और मैनेज कर पाओगे. देयर आर सो मेनी इविल प्रैक्टिसेस व्हिच आर देयर इन द सोसाइटी. फॉर एग्जांपल, द सती प्रथा वाज देयर. हैड सोशल रिफॉर्मर्स लाइक राजा राम मोहन रॉय, सावित्रीबाई फुले, मदर टेरेसा not noticed the attitude of people, these practices won't be eliminated. So you will give those examples also. So only noticing and measuring the harmful effects of these evil practices helped our leaders in managing them. Then you will also mention today's time mob lynching. So see, we are here listing down the temporal aspect also of this essay. हम temporally भी इस essay को लिख रहे हैं. From the you can say post, or you can say pre-independence. Yes, you can say from the pre-independence time, the era of Raja Ram Mohan Roy and Savitribai Phule, till the post-independence time, that is the era of Mother Teresa, till the modern times. Modern times means the example of, you can give the example over here of mob lynching. ठीक है, मॉब लिंचिंग का एग्जांपल दे सकते हो. सो प्री इंडिपेंडेंस का एग्जांपल आप दे रहे हो राजा राम मोहन रॉय का, सावित्रीबाई फुले का, और फिर पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस का एग्जांपल आप दे रहे हो मदर टेरेसा का, फिर मॉडर्न टाइम एग्जांपल मॉब लिंचिंग का केसेस. In present time also, Government of India possesses no official data on mob lynching or hate crimes, and this is the main reason for increasing cases of mob lynching and hate crimes, because we lack the data. So to manage these crises, measurement of frequency, intensity is required. Please write it down. To manage in the social sphere, to manage all these crises, the measurement of, these are keywords that I am giving to you. Management of frequency and intensity are significant, or you can say prerequisite of the society right now. Now para 4. In para 4 we'll talk about the economical sphere. Please write it down. Okay, we'll talk about the economical aspect. So if you measure inflation, if you measure GDP, per capita income, forex reserve, that plays a very important role in tackling any unfortunate situation. India was able to manage the economic crisis and bring the LPG reforms as India kept a record of its forex reserve. एंड मेजर द अपकमिंग क्राइसिस ऑन टाइम। हम कैसे इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस को हमने डाइवर्ट किया था जब हम एलपीजी रिफॉर्म्स लेकर आए थे, क्योंकि हमने फॉरेक्स रिजर्व्स को मेजर कर लिया था, तो अकॉर्डिंगली वी क्रिएटेड अ स्ट्रैटेजी। Okay, you can give the example of Sri Lanka also. How, because of lack of measurement, they are right now facing a huge economic crisis. You can give the example China also. China keeps a track of its resources and the economy of other nations also, and that is why it is trapping the other nations like Sri Lanka in its बेसिकली नेट डेट ट्रैप जो बना रहा है ना चाइना। कैसे बना रहा है? क्योंकि वो सारी कंट्रीज के ना इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस और इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन को मेजर करता है, अकॉर्डिंगली फ्यूचर के बारे में वो जान जाता है कि क्या होने वाला है, तो वो पहले ही कंट्रीज को अपने डेट ट्रैप में फंसा लेता है। सो यू कैन गिव सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स, 3 एग्जांपल्स इन दिस पर्टिकुलर पैरा यू कैन गिव। Okay, so 4 paras we have created. Now in para number 5, what we are going to do? We are going to now, come up to the final interpretation. We are going to explain to the examiner, is measurement enough? So I will start this para by a question again to grab the attention of the examiner. देखो बीच में examiner बोर ना हो जाए, तो मुझे बीच बीच में ना उसके attention को grab करना है. I will not let the examiner get bored in reading my essay. So I'll try to grab the attention. I will write, but is only measurement enough? क्या सिर्फ measurement काफी है? And then the examiner will again get hooked to my essay. He will try to find the answer of it. I will write, measurement helps in comparing things and situations. Okay? But if it is marked with a sense of stability, then it can hamper or stop the process of managing. It will develop laziness, ignorance, greed, and things will not go as planned. Hence, there will be no management. So, after measurement, we need to put in efforts to plan things. Only measurement is not enough. We first measurement, then you need to put in the efforts to plan, and then accordingly you can manage. तो ऐसा नहीं होता कि सिर्फ मेजरमेंट करके ही मैनेजमेंट हो जाता है। मेजरमेंट के बाद आपको हार्ड वर्क करना पड़ेगा, प्लान बनाना पड़ेगा, एंड आफ्टर प्लानिंग यू कैन मेजर। आई विल गिव एग्जाम्पल ऑफ साइक्लोन। साइक्लोन का जो हमारा वेदर डिपार्टमेंट का एग्जाम्पल है, मैं वो दे सकती हूँ। हाउ दे फर्स्ट मेजर एंड देन दे क्रिएट अ प्लान, देन दे मेक श्योर दैट द कोस्टल एरियाज आर इवैक्यूएटेड, दे आर वेकेंट, एंड देन दे फॉर्मुलेट देयर स्ट्रेटजीज. So I will write, measurement should be marked with planning, realization, comparison, etc. Measurement के बाद the next steps are planning, realizing, comparing, and then managing. So in conclusion, now I'll go to the conclusion. अब मैं कंक्लूजन पे जाऊंगी. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू डू अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इन द कंक्लूजन. व्हाट एम आई गोइंग टू डू? आई एम गोइंग टू पुट अ कोट इन द कंक्लूजन. अब मैं कंक्लूजन में ना कोट डालने वाली हूँ. आइदर यू कैन राइट अ कोट इन इंट्रोडक्शन. आई डिड नॉट राइट इट, सो आई एम गोइंग टू राइट इट इन कंक्लूजन. सो आई विल स्टार्ट माय कंक्लूजन विद द लाइन, to measure is to know and what gets managed gets done. मतलब measure का मतलब क्या होता है? जानना कि what is the situation right now, and when you know you can manage, and when you manage the thing gets done. Okay? जब आप जान जाते हो सिचुएशन क्या है तो आप मैनेज कर पाते हो, और जब मैनेज हो जाता है तो चीजें हो जाती है, कंप्लीट हो जाती हैं. So this is the quote that I am going to start with. Then I'll write, in conclusion, it can be said that measurement is very important to analyze the needed or the required changes, and to break the laziness, the complacency, or you can say to bring activeness in the process of development and growth. So measurement should be marked with various other attributes like dynamism, ability to analyze, ability to make plans, to the will and the efforts to bring changes, and this can pave the way for needed reforms in the society. So I have given an optimistic view to my conclusion also. This is how the essay has to be managed. इस तरीके से आपको essay को लिखना है. I hope you enjoyed making this rough structure with me. ये रफ स्ट्रक्चर बनाने से मजा आया, ठीक है? एंड दिस रफ स्ट्रक्चर व्हेन वी मेक इट ऑन अ रफ शीट ऑफ पेपर, it becomes very easy for us to frame the entire essay. तो इसलिए when you read the topic or title of the essay, first close your eyes, just contemplate on the topic for 5 minutes, then create a rough structure, and then you can start with your essay writing. Now essay number 2. This essay has been taken from 2019's question paper. Essay का question paper of 2019. This topic has been taken from there. Neglect of primary healthcare and education in India are reasons for its backwardness. Now, this is not a philosophical essay; it's a quite static essay. One philosophical we have dealt with. Now, this is the static one. Okay. Now, very simple essay, straightforward. There is nothing to explain on explain or expound on this particular topic. Primary healthcare and education, these are the two pillars of any nation. When the people are educated, the nation can be more, you can say empowered, right? More modern and empowered. If healthcare is good, health infrastructure of a nation is good, then progress of a nation is, for sure, guaranteed. अगर एक नेशन के लोग पढ़े लिखे हैं और हेल्थ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बढ़िया है तो उस नेशन को रोक कौन सकता है? कोई नहीं रोक सकता आगे बढ़ने से. So this is a quite straightforward essay. Now I'll talk about the introduction. देखो, in the introduction ना you can start with a quote on education or healthcare. It's a very open-ended essay. आप education के ऊपर या healthcare के ऊपर quotes ढूंढकर उनसे start कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? There are so many brilliant quotes given by Mahatma Gandhi ji on education. Then there are so many wonderful quotes by Mother Teresa on healthcare. So you can start with those quotes, or I will start with the theories or the statements given by Plato, Aristotle, Kautilya. Because I will write here, philosophers like Plato, Aristotle, Kautilya have since beginning of their theories of state emphasized upon the importance of education in maintaining stability and ensuring prosperous growth of a state. So we have started with education over here. There are two themes in this essay, primary healthcare and education. We have started with education. Okay, then gradually by covering the education, the evolution of education system in India, you can quote Amartya Sen's definition of, development. Alright, it talks about getting quality education and universal healthcare. So Amartya Sen जो है great economist, he also defines development of a nation. It is dependent on quality education and universal healthcare. So I can quote that also. Then in India I can talk about primary healthcare and education. They have been always given a back seat, right? Why? Because there are no immediate results. There are long-term political commitments. That is why these two areas in our nation have taken a back seat. So how from till the time of independence till today situations have improved? Okay, all of that we can quote over here. Then I can give example of recent pandemic COVID-19 के time पर there was so much chaos in the entire nation. Right? So our health infrastructure was weak, which was reflected in our management of the COVID cases. How we worked upon it, how in this last 2 to 3 years time period, we have managed to establish a good healthcare infrastructure and how we can improve upon it. All of these things we can quote. National education policy अभी new वाली जो आई है, हम उसको quote कर सकते हैं. So there is a very, huge scope of scoring wonderful marks, above 150 marks in this essay. So here I am not going to spoon feed you with the content because it's on you now. अब आपको आपकी innovation और creativity को use करना है इस essay को लिखने के लिए. Alright, these are the two essays that you have to write. Now those students who have enrolled in this batch, for them there is a time limit on submission of the essay. The time limit is by 28th of August 2022 by 4 p.m. Till 4 p.m. you can submit both of these essays. 4 बजे तक, शाम 4 बजे तक 28 अगस्त आप इन दो essays को submit कर सकते हो in one PDF. एक PDF की फाइल होगी आपकी. Alright? Each essay is of 125 marks. Total 250 marks का इस बार आपका ये task है. Alright? So this is your task now.